Oh no.
Thank you, God Almighty.
Oh no.
We are free at last. If you believe what the Spirit of the Lord is, there is no.
You know what happened after that?
I need you to do me a favor right now. I need you to go buy the official Lorenzo Sewell coin. I want you
Jesus.
to be...
I'm not gonna lie, man. This is fucking crazy. A Trump coin, millennia coin, and then a pastor coin? Yeah, no.
All right, guys, so there's no more IRS effective January 20th. Trump said he's going to replace the IRS with the ERS, which is the External Revenue Service. What this means for you is basically there's not going to be any more income tax. So you just saved yourself 30%. The idea is a lot of countries, most countries, use the export tax to pay for schools, roads, bridges, and all that stuff. And so we're just adopting a more modern way to do that stuff. So I'm excited. They said January 20th. Apparently, Congress has already agreed to sign the bill. And so what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments.
If you ever wonder, why would America kill Martin Luther King? I mean, he was pushing for, like, nonviolent. Because the very last year of his life, he woke the fuck up from that dream and realized he's living a fucking nightmare. And that dream is unrealistic as fuck. He said it himself. I'm going to quote and got the screen. He said, and I quote, "I talked in Washington in 1963 about my dream, and we stood there in high hopes and high moments, and over again, I've seen this dream turn into a nightmare." See, Martin Luther King was known for like pushing the whole nonviolent, you know, if we act like them, it's like he was all about like respectability politics and trying to kind of like integrate things and just he had a good vision, horrible execution, but he got shit done, first of all. But his vision was more or less about like us convening with white people instead of us creating our own spaces and getting proper funding and being treated properly as our white counterpart. That is what the Black Panther Party was fighting for. Martin was more or less on the side of like, okay, well, you know, we can kind of like cut through having to create it ourselves. How about we just go over there with them? When they never fucking wanted us there anyway. No matter how many times you march. That's, you know, think about us. We love a good march. And once Martin realized that passive, you know, responding to violence with peace, that shit wasn't gonna work, and he actually started to like radicalize himself, yeah, they had to get him off the board out of there quick and in a hurry. I'm going to give you another quote from one of his last speeches. It says, "We are in a period where there cannot be a solution to the problem without radical redistribution of economic and political power." Peep the word radical. Martin ain't never really been no radical. But once he made that known that was the route he was taking, like Malcolm, like Fred, like everybody else, whether they were killed, ran away, locked up, he had to go. But to this day, I have deep respect for Martin Luther King. I hate that there was a sort of shady side of him and his business with the government. But regardless, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the hard work of him and his people. Regardless of how you feel about whatever the fuck he was pushing, you have to acknowledge that he made change and he did way more than what we are doing now. So, happy Martin Luther King Day. May he rest in peace. And if you want to read the entire transcript, I put his last speech in the link tree in my bio. I'll take it down probably like at the end of the week. So it'll be up there the entire week. But yeah, happy MLK Day.
The craziest part about this is that colored in South Africa and black in America are the most similar to all the Pan-African identities. Colored people are an amalgamation of different races and ethnicities, the same as black Americans. We used to be called colored too. I think that's what a lot of people forget. That black people were colored at once too, except the switch just never made it to South Africa. But black in America and colored in South Africa is the exact same thing. There is no such thing as a monoracial black person in America. The average black person has 12% European DNA. A lot of us have Native American, so there is no such thing as a monoracial black person. We're an amalgamation of 1,200 ethnicities. So in America, a colored person would be black. Probably not black in Africa because black people in Africa have monoethnic, monoracial identities, but that is not true here. So I hate when black people from Africa come up here and be like, why do y'all call y'all mixed race people black? Because they're black by American standards. This ain't Africa, boo. We know who our people are. All of our people are American descendants of slaves, period. They a descendant of slaves, they black. It's no fucking questioning that. And we not finna fucking change it just because a bunch of motherfucking people are coming over here that ain't us. We can't go to Africa and change what it means to be black and colored, so why the fuck do y'all think y'all could come here and change it? Anyways, black and colored, same thing. Same thing in America. Well, now that we're back on TikTok, let me tell you what my favorite thing about TikTok really is. As a black person, I don't have to conform. Conforming, code switching, all of that shit was the bane of my existence. I ain't had the code switch and God knows when. We just be on this app vibing, chilling, relaxing, existing in our truth and authenticity. I haven't had to use my customer service voice in a while. And I'm not using that shit again. That is literally my favorite part about this app. I get to be unapologetically black. And y'all get to be unapologetically white. And they get to be unapologetically Mexican and Latino and Asian. And we just be chilling, vibing, enjoying in people's culture. Like, I love Latino talk. Latino talk, Mexican talk, that shit is funny, interesting, hilarious, all that. Hell, I get involved with the white girls here and there. Y'all be having a kiki over there too. And then I seen some white girls talking about how y'all be on wig talk and y'all know the difference between a Legos hairline and a regular hairline. Like, we just be chilling, being unapologetically ourselves, living in our authenticity. Ain't that a blessing, baby? Where else can you do that? Where else can you do that? I don't see them doing that on Instagram. I don't see them doing that on YouTube. Yeah, this the app. This is the app.
If you haven't heard about the Aaliyah Barbie doll, that's not surprising. Barbie decided to make their announcement like today, and she drops tonight at midnight. Of course, there have been pictures and leaks circulating for months, but like I was waiting for these pictures to really talk about it, and at this point it's like, dang, you can't even prepare. But anyway, if you're a real fan, you know that this doll is based off of her 1 in a million outfit. It's perfect. I think this is one of the first dolls I've seen rocking like a full leather fit. The only time I've seen something like this is with Catwoman, and that was before my time. And to be fair, like technically Aaliyah was before my time too, but if you are an American, especially this color, you know. And I'm not limiting you international folk, I know she's big everywhere. But in all honesty, with like the amount of detail that they've put into her and her styling, her face, all of it, like you would think they would make a bigger deal about this and not just want to trickle her out of nowhere all of a sudden. But again, with how good this doll looks, I really hope that they make her more accessible than they have other releases like this, because like the people need a Barbie like this to get excited about. Like, this is amazing. She looks so good. Like, that face is on point. That face is on point. Even down to the black boots. Like, this is really clean. And she looks, she's coming to Mattel Creations first for like the 59 Club members, but hopefully she'll be out on Target, Amazon, other places in the coming days. I hope. But
I don't know what this conversation around if Mexicans can say the N-word or not is, but it really makes no sense. Let me nip it in the bud real quick. If y'all want to say the N-word so bad, all slurs are up for grabs. Nothing's off the table. If y'all want to say the N-word so bad, no slurs are off the table. Because I know if the tables was turned and black people started using other culture slurs, y'all would be up in arms. The W word, the B word, the S word, the C word. I can go all day. I know all of them. But I don't say them because I know it's what? Disrespectful. If we as a people say, hey, we don't like y'all saying that, why is it so hard for y'all to be like, okay. And here's the tea, because I already know what y'all are going to say. Like, oh, it's in all the songs. Stop singing our songs. You don't have to say it because it's in a song. Stop singing our songs. Those are our songs. For us, by us. Stop singing them. If what we say amongst each other as a group, that's our business. That's not yours. If we say, hey, we don't want that coming out of your mouth, that's end the story. There's nothing else to be said. Because like I said, if we started saying y'all slurs, y'all will be very upset. And it would actually hurt you a lot more because you don't hear it as much.
Don't drink normal water anymore. For water to be healthy, it's just been discovered that we have to charge the electrons in our water. To actually get all of the health benefits from water, these particles, these molecules must all be charged. This is why the good bacteria will stay alive. This is why the brain will function better. This is why and how your body will reduce inflammation. This was discovered by Gary Brecka not too long ago because life insurance companies were figuring out how long people are actually going to live in certain neighborhoods. When Gary Brecka discovered that there is water that can actually keep the healthy bacteria in your gut alive longer, he realized that all of the health benefits from water are attributed to the electrons molecules being charged. But this can only be done with this water bottle. This is the only legitimate water bottle that does it with a push of a button. The way that this water bottle works is that when the blue light turns off, your water will be ready for consumption for reals this time. This was a secret kept by the wealthy. But now, the elites are not the only ones with this technology. This is now available to the public. This actually helps with many conditions that we are not allowed to say on this platform. I don't know how long these will be available, but make sure you take advantage of the flash sale that ends at midnight. These are more than half off right now. Get yours now because research is already showing that this is extending people's lives.
Why is it always men aren't men anymore? Why is it always when are men gonna step up and be men? When literally women have been begging men to be women for literally a fucking decade. You guys have been crying about men needing to be more emotional. You need him to do your laundry. You need him to cook and clean and step up. Like, you don't even want to come home after a 40-hour work week and cook and clean. Most of y'all can't cook or clean, and yet you want these men that are working 60 to 70 hours to be emotionally in tune, cook for you, clean for you. You want a woman as a fucking husband. Like, can someone make it make sense? And then you sit here and say, oh, what happened to all the men? You turned them into women. You wanted them to have all these feminine traits, and they did that, and they became that, and now you can't stand it. So make it make sense. If he's too emotional, then he's weak. But if he shows a little freaking masculinity where he's helping you and he's being strong and he's being the provider, then it gives you the freaking ick. What you want is a woman that looks like a man, and when that has happened in society, you can't stand it. This is a perfect example, and it's so weird because women will literally change men into people that they don't even like, and we're seeing it on a bigger scale in society. How can you expect that man to be a man when you don't let him be a man? Oh, wait, and all of those feelings that you expect him to have, you're then gonna weaponize it and use it against him anyway. So what is the expectation? And even if he's home more to help you with said dishes or laundry, that means he has to take less hours at work, which means he's making less money, which means guess what? He's a broke ass dude that's not even a providing man, which then is a feminine trait. Y'all don't know what you want. When it comes down to it, women do not know what they want and they take it out on the men. I'm just convinced that the majority of women are freaking lesbians. They just don't want to be physically intimate with a woman, but they want all of the traits of women in a man. Okay, bye.
What is this? It's water. That's what we say, but if you want to be very scientific, this is H2O. What is this? You say ice? If we go down to its basic form, this is H2O. Now, it's in a different form than the liquid version, but this still is, this is a different expression. So when your drink is too warm, you don't put more water in it. It's H2O, but you put a different expression of H2O into your drink, and we call it ice. What is this? This is H2O too. It's dry ice. And it's a different expression. So if that was God the Father, God the Son, this is God the Holy Spirit. Still H2O. But it takes on a completely different form. Oh, and this is what God is about to do in your life. You're about to see evidence of the power of the Holy Spirit. Still God, still God, still God, still God, still God, still God, God the Father, God the Son, and God help me, the Holy.
I was gonna say no judgment. That's the evil spirits trying to block what the fuck I'm about to say, but they will not win. I was gonna say no judgment, but it's full judgment. So you mean to tell me you bitches with kids, and I'm not gonna say daughters in particular, because I think y'all forget little boys can also be victims. So I'm saying this to motherfuckers with kids, to single people dating with children, you fucking dingbats. Y'all don't case search niggas that y'all date before y'all bring them around y'all motherfucking kids. Y'all don't run their name through that free ass case search that you can pull up. Bitch, I will case search a nigga if he DM me more than 3 times on any social site. I've never given a fuck. Baby, I was case searching my cousins to see what the fuck they was locked up for. I repeat, it's a video pinned. A lot of you motherfuckers was not supposed to have children, let alone have more than one. I'm serious. There's no funny humor undertones in this. You bitches was not supposed to procreate. The niggas too. You motherfuckers.
Foods that reverse your age. Broccoli, avocado, olive oil, eggs, blueberries, pomegranate, fish, spinach, Greek yogurt, red bell pepper, green tea, beans, tomatoes, nuts, oranges.
What it looks like is you're a white artist that wants so desperately to make it out here in LA. So she's going to say negative things about the black community because you know that black outrage is what will get you popularity. But it isn't, right? I mean, based on your analytics, based on the ratio of the amount of hate you get in your comments based on the likes or anything, it's like, you can clearly see that people feel this way, yet you keep going. And I just don't understand why. I thought maybe you would give me a background story. Because what I personally think it is like maybe like an identity crisis. An identity crisis. Yeah. An identity crisis. What I think it is you can't explain why you do the things you do. You can't explain them. So you say things like, you're being aggressive and you tone police me because you can't explain why you say things like, the majority of black women are single mothers. Why?
I didn't say that. I asked.
What did you ask?
I asked why that is.
Why the majority of black women are single mothers? Yes. The majority of black women are not single mothers. And if you wanted to know this, is this for like a report you're working on? Why? Because it's not connection. It's not connection. And let me tell you why it's not connection. Because the connection between an influencer is that of the influencer and the audience. Your audience is screaming to you right now, based on your ratio, that they do not like what you're saying and what you're doing.
Why are the niggas that don't want you allergic to leaving you the fuck alone?
This isn't smoking or vaping. It's pure plant power. Melanin, thyme and mint work together to clear your lungs, support your respiratory system, fight inflammation and kill bacteria. Single or double packs available. Breathe easy. Live.
Confession time. So, y'all mean to tell me I haven't seen any posts today celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday? Today is January 15th. And the world is so damn distracted to the point y'all ain't even said happy birthday to Martin Luther King. Y'all crazy.
TikTok is worthless. Worthless if I don't approve it. it has to close. I learned that from the people that own it. If I don't do the deal, it's worthless, worth nothing. If I do the deal, it's worth maybe $1 trillion, $1 trillion. So if I do the deal I'm talking about doing it for the United States. If I do the deal for the United States, then I think we should get half. In other words, I think the U.S. should be entitled to get half of TikTok. And congratulations, TikTok has a good partner. And that would be worth, it could be $500 billion or something. It's crazy. The numbers are crazy. But it's worthless if the president doesn't sign, then it's worthless. If the president does sign, it's worth maybe $1 trillion. So I think, like a joint venture, I think we would have a joint venture with the people from TikTok. We'll see what happens.
Thank you. My heart goes.
Ever try to self-haircut during the pandemic?
Man, I'm not doing that. I'm still traumatized. I was like 5 years old, 6 years old.
Yep.
And my grandfather, he decided, you know what? I don't know why I'm wasting money. I'm going to cut your hair myself.
There we go.
Except, this tells you how old I am. It wasn't even electric clippers.
Yep.
It was like these squeeze clippers.
Oh, the squeeze joints.
Yeah, and he was finished. It looked like I had a bunch of rat bites in my hair.
How much was a haircut back in your day? Like 25 cents?
Man, I don't even know. But all I know is he was so cheap, he didn't even want to spend that. And, that experiment went badly. Look, I'm sure you know this. Like, the relationship with your barber, that's like
we're breaking the golden rule right now.
We are. That shows how much respect I have for you, that you are even touching my head.
Thank you.
Man, which is why I had to do some investigation,
Yeah, it's cool.
I called up Secret Service. I said, what do you think? We did some deep research and we decided, you know what? You're not going to mess it up too much.
I had to cut 5 service members just to prove that I was good enough to be here for this month.
All that time running in the streets, you're going to end up being peaceful, wanting peace, want to be with your family, your kids, your mama, your daddy. All my young boys, go on do it now. Just trust me. You get shot in your head, you get popped in your chest, you get locked up, you catch an attempt, you're going to want to do this shit anyway. So go on and do it now. Trust me. All that hugging the block, riding for the guys, trust me, a waste of time. They not doing a day of time with you. They gonna tell on you. They gonna fuck your mama, fuck your baby mama, fuck your sister, and fuck your daughters when they get older. And some of them gonna touch your son if they can. Trust me, this shit deep out here. So go ahead, switch to the good side now so you can kick back and you can enjoy life. Get you some money, stay the fuck out the way, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The government needs to shut down baddies. I saw a post on Twitter that said the government needs to shut down baddies, and it had a video featuring something called Baddies on Wheels, which is a show on some network that features women in wheelchairs actually fighting. And I'm just like, yeah, enough is enough. We laughed at it all year long, but let's stop making this type of content popular. I'm so over this idea of content being attractive women getting drunk and fighting each other. On the other hand, I think that what Kai Cenat is doing with content is absolutely incredible. Kids don't want to be lawyers and doctors anymore. They want to be influencers. They want to be Kai Cenat, and I'm not mad at it. If you have a child in your life, if you know anyone in your life that wants to create content and they appear that they want to be serious and they want to take it on, I would say support them. Kai Cenat started out doing skits. What looked like just a timeless hobby that he was doing has now transformed into something much greater. Kai Cenat is not only the biggest streamer, but also the biggest influencer in the world. Watching him consistently up his content, you're on stream with everyone from G Herbo to Chris Brown to Nardwar, the Jabberwockies popped out. Like, I think that everyone needs to start backing content like this because it's organic, it's authentic, and it works. It's also free. I'll be damned if I pay Zeus Network like it's pay-per-view just to watch some girls fight. I think not.
TikTok, but I know what people is going through. And on a serious note,
I honestly thought TikTok was destroying America. And I know a lot of y'all had jobs, but for the kids, have y'all ever seen a kid? Have y'all ever took a phone away from a kid who had TikTok? Nigga, they don't even want to eat. They don't want to do nothing. They'll sit there and scroll for 10 hours straight, all on TikTok all day. Soon as you take it away from them, they don't want to even get up. They don't want to do nothing. They got attitudes. Bro, TikTok was destroying kids, bro. Everybody know this. Man, if you had a little sibling, you know, if all they do is be on TikTok 24/7, and then you got all the sexual shit that came out of nowhere, random shit popping up. Y'all know how TikTok had all the bro, TikTok was out of control. I'm not lying to y'all. TikTok was out of control, and the number one thing it was targeting was the kids, bro.
The reason why spiritual people will never be able to take over this world, there's only really one main reason. They think everything should be free. I woke up in 2011 and I was on that same mindset where money was evil. We don't need money. We should put our feet in the soil. And that's a mind program. You can be super powerful in the spiritual world, but don't forget you got to come back in the material world. That's why they say so above, so below. So above is the spiritual world. So below is the physical world. But spiritual people been programmed to believe that everything should be given to them for free. Nah, bullshit. Program, a weak ass program. Just think about all the governments, the elites. What do they have that spiritual people don't have? The material funds. I sit back and I talk to spiritual people and I'll be like, you're not really spiritual. You're not really woke. If you really want to know why the world is suffering, look at the people. They take. They don't give nothing back. When was the last time someone took apples from a tree and planted more apple seeds? They don't do it. I have so many spiritual, woke people in my DMs talking about their skin is bad. Their skin is breaking out. What should I do? I'll be like, yeah, go to my website. Get the body wash. Oh, wait, you're spiritual. That should be free. They want to know how can I get more information, more knowledge. I say, yeah, go to my website, get my ebooks. Wait. So you're selling knowledge? Knowledge should be free. They say, your videos help change my life. How can I get more information? I'm like, sure, go to my bio, click on my link tree and go schedule a one-on-one appointment. What? A one-on-one appointment? How much it is? But you're woke, you're spiritual. It should be free. They be like, it's cold outside. I'm like, sure, okay. Go to my website and get some of my merchandise. Wait, you're selling merchandise, but you're woke and you're spiritual. Just want to let the woke people or the spiritual people know that you're not really spiritual and you're not really woke. Because if you look at the world is fucked up because people take. Think about it. Not only are they taking, they're destroying. But the people that control this world, they sit back and laugh and say, damn, we got these spiritual people believing that money is evil. I used to think like that, and it's a weak ass program. Once again, you could be super powerful in the spiritual world, but don't forget, you have to come back to the physical world. You have to. So you can be super rich over there in the spiritual world, doing whatever you want. But when you get back here, we have evil elites controlling everything. They control everything because they have the funds to back them up. All we have is, you gotta put your feet in the soil. You have to meditate. Okay. They told us we have to die to go to heaven, but every day they're walking around living in heaven. These people that control this world, they are not better than us and they are not special. They just understand how natural resources work, and natural resources is the funds on this planet.
If a man drank celery and apple juice every day for 2 weeks, he would notice improved digestion and an increase in muscle mass. If he drank orange and ginger juice every day for 2 weeks, he would boost his energy levels and improve heart health. If he drank spinach and pineapple juice every day for 2 weeks, he would burn his belly fat and strengthen his immune system. If he drank chia seeds and water every day for 2 weeks, he would enhance bone health and regulate blood sugar levels. Comment health for a secret link. If you're skinny, use peanut butter, oats, avocados, creatine, and ground beef to build muscle fast. If you're overweight, use tuna, chicken breast, turkey, egg whites, and spinach to lose fat and build muscle. If you're always tired, use watermelon, almonds, dates, bee pollen, and chia seeds to feel awake and energized throughout the day. If nature didn't make it, don't take it.
I've always
always said, let's burn this motherfucker down. Let's burn it down and rebuild it. Let us burn it down and rebuild it. There's more of us than there are of them. There are more of us than they are of them.
I figured out what the fuck they were distracting us from with this TikTok ban, bro. Trump released his meme coin at the same time of this ban. Mind y'all, the meme coin got released at 18 cents. The meme coin is now almost $70, meaning if you would have spent $18 on 100 coins, you would now have almost 7 bands. 436 millionaires were made last night. Overnight, my nigga. 436 millionaires bought the Trump meme coin last night. And today, they fucking millionaires. Yo, everybody was so distracted with the fucking TikTok ban. All the coverage was about the ban. All the TikToks I was seeing was about the ban. I'm so fucking... Oh my gosh. Fuck TikTok at this point.
Is America the only place where black people act black? I'm not trying to generalize black people because I know even in America, we don't all act the same. And I know that there is, huge gaps between diasporic people. However, in America, there is a general cohesiveness amongst our people of just authenticity, frankness, and, vibes. What I've noticed is black people, especially black people who live in European countries, y'all quiet as a mouse. Y'all don't speak unless spoken to. Y'all doing everything y'all can do to conform and fit in. That's why TikTok is so boring when the Americans leave. For the most part, black Americans have refused to conform. If there's no space for black people to be authentically ourselves, we make space. We make room. We don't conform, we don't shut up, we don't be quiet. We fight for our right to speak, for our right to be seen, for our right to create, and live how we choose to live. And everyone doesn't have to agree with it, but when we be us, people latch on to what we do. Because what we do is outside of the norm. We create the culture here. We set the tone. And when we set the tone in the culture, it allows people to piggyback off of that. Make more culture, make more art. Then it becomes the cultural standard. We shift the frequency just by being us, just by doing what we want to do. My advice to British black people, since y'all our biggest haters, do what you want to do. Say what you want to say. Act how you want to act. And they might talk about you and judge you at first. In 5 business days, they'll be doing exactly what you do. Just how y'all always doing what we do. Y'all can have a uniquely British culture if y'all just step outside of the norm and choose to be who you want to be. Be who you are. Don't let nobody tell you who you can and cannot be. Be you. That's why black people love the UK Thanos. That girl is authentically herself. She matched our vibe so much because that's all we doing is being ourselves. And we fuck with anybody who being ourselves. Black, white, Spanish, Mexican, whoever. When you being yourself, no matter how it's perceived, people rock with that. So my advice to anybody struggling to be a content creator, mad at America for being American, be yourself and you won't have nothing to be.
Y'all better come get some of these hair growth products, baby. It is growing people hair out. Look at all mine. I got a lot of hair now. Y'all better quit playing. Come get some.
TikTok proved that celebrities are not the most talented people in the world.
Apa ni ting-ting? Halo.
I have a question. Who made the universal decision that we should eat lunch at 12? Who decided that it should take 4 years apiece to finish high school and college? Who made the decision that a minute should be 60 seconds and an hour should be 60 minutes? These are all questions I've been asking myself recently. And I've come to realize that while time itself was created by God, its perception was created by humanity and materialized by these clocks we put on the wall. You see, there's nowhere in this world you can go and not find a clock. And that's because we as society put them there to remind you. You see, society says you should brush your teeth for 2 minutes. Society says you should sleep for 8 hours. Society says you should be done school by 22, have a career by 25, a family by 30, be successful by 40, and retire by 60. You see, we've created this one-size-fits-all timeline for life, thinking we can all wear the same clothes. And when we personally realize that they don't fit, we blame it on ourselves, acting like we've gained weight. Stop letting society's clock dictate when you show up. My time is different from your time. And just because you're not where society says you should be at this point in your life doesn't make you late. It makes you you.
The universe just told me that if everybody plants fruit trees, we'll all be set free. If everybody plants a fruit tree in their yards, that's something everybody can do. It's the biggest and the only protest we need to do. You feel me? Just think about it. Just think about it.
He was 13.
Huh?
Where Jesus' grave?
Where is Jesus' grave? Well, he was buried, but he rose from the dead.
That made no sense.
You're damn Skippy. It doesn't make no sense. But what's even more sad is that there are grown-ass people who have conditioned themselves to believe in something that even a little 5 or 6-year-old girl could look and understand that don't make no sense. That ain't real. But no, you have to find anything and everything to try and make something that isn't real. That is scary.
Every black person living should go to Ghana and see them slave castles so you can see what they did to us. You got to see what they did to us. You got to see how they built these dungeons underground and they put these churches on top and they dug holes in.
If you as a woman hit a man and the man hits you back, it means he always wanted to hit you. And that it resonated with me because this is the first time I've seen a bitch pre-plan her gaslighting. Like, she got this shit in the vault. It's not spur of the moment, spontaneous or nothing. Like, this is on her calendar for 2 weeks from now as a reminder. Like, gotta make sure I hit this nigga, and after he hits me back, I'm gonna gaslighting him into thinking he manipulated the situation. Like, listen, bitches are taking no accountability to unprecedented levels we have not seen before. This is a part of the game that I don't think has been thoroughly explored. And I say this all because premeditated gaslighting is fucking insane. Like, women who abuse these societal standards that men have to conform to with not being able to put their hand. If you put your hands on a man knowing that he's not going to or he can't hit you back in this situation, you're just as garbage as a nigga who escalates physical violence with women. Reason being, you're just abusing a societal standard. You're taking advantage of something. You're not tough. You're not a fighter. Why are you trying to punch on somebody that you know can't hit you? Because you're an abuser yourself.
Get dressed in the morning, do you think sexy or interesting?
With this in particular, I didn't want to do sexy. I wanted to do more the theme and regal.
You're regal, but you're still giving us the oompa moments. HN.
Cocaine flow, it's got started. Rapping to infinity, it's killing. I'm the hardest and baddest in the vicinity. I've never been gimmicky, never been fidgety. Hottest, you can check the humidity in it. 2 and more time to the niggas ahead of me. Killer delivery, lyrical symmetry. Everything I spit is got it like I'm rapping in ministry. I'm about to get a felony with this type of energy. Yo, I can't rap fast. What the fuck is you telling me? Niggas sniffing methamphetamine. You niggas are the dead of me. You cannot knock me off. This is the destiny. Especially how I've done it and killed it all in a penalty. They hate it, but can never assassinate my identity. I'm genetically gifted. I kill everything I touch is ridiculous. Fuck opinions. You won't stop me, bitch. I'm going to this and I'm gonna finish. Gonna win 2020. I'm going to get it. This shit.
I just had an interesting thought. You know how when the government's not getting its way, they'll just pull out a government shutdown? Forget about the rest of us and what the rest of us got going on. They'll just pull out a government shutdown. You'll see how that happens, right? Now, nobody wants TikTok banned, yet our government is doing it. We're not getting our way. Why don't we just pull out a civilian shutdown? Y'all might be asking, what's a civilian shutdown? We just don't pay our taxes. We don't pay our taxes until we're getting represented the way we should be getting represented, right? And I'm not just saying this because TikTok getting banned directly affects me. I'm saying it because it just doesn't make sense that it's getting banned. Now, hear me out. Republican citizens and Democrat citizens, independent citizens, don't want TikTok banned. 170 million do not want it banned. Yet they come to a bipartisan agreement to ban something that the people they represent don't want ban. I'm gonna say that again. Our government comes to a bipartisan decision to ban something that neither side that they represent, the Democrats and Republicans, both sides that they represent, their two sides don't want it gone yet. I'm gonna say this again. They come to a bipartisan decision, an agreement to ban something that the people they represent don't want gone. So, all this to say, who are they representing? Who are they representing? If they're not representing you over here, you Democrat, and if they're not representing you, you Republican, who are they representing? Really think about that. Like, let that marinate for a second. I say we pull out that civilian shutdown. Taxes are a no. We're not paying any taxes. Please, I know we too civilized to do what they did back in the day with the Boston Tea Party. We not, destroying property. We not actually arming ourselves. We're not doing that, right? Because I'm pretty sure people ain't doing that, right? But if we can't have any physical demands like that, at least we can make a change with our wallets, right? Like, if we're not gonna stand up and do something physically, we can do something with our wallets, right? How is it possible that our government's walking straight towards fascism and we're doing nothing about it? They just think we're gonna take it laying down. How is it that our government that we employ these people, by the way, they're not our, I think a lot of people forget this. They are not our boss. We are theirs. And they're not representing us. They're doing a bad job. And what happens when an employee does a bad job? They lose their job, right?
I don't care what nobody say. I really feel like, thinking about the psychology of things, I really feel like black men are addicted to struggle and poverty. I really feel like that. Because why is it that you got to get the bottom of the barrel when it comes to interacting with them? You got to get the bottom of the barrel, or you have to struggle in order to prove your worth with them. They are so far from the abundance and prosperity consciousness. It's fucking insane. They feel like, of course, because they mama struggle, you have to struggle, and you have to go through these hoops and loops and shit like you at a fucking circus to prove your worth. And it does not have to be that way. It does not. And they wonder why nobody want to fucking date y'all.
If you a woman, learn how to fight. You won't ever have to worry about a dude putting his hands on you ever again. You won't ever have to worry about no creeps trying you. You gonna do their ass in. If I had a daughter, I'll be teaching her the same shit. No dude will ever play with my daughter like that. Like, for real, like, what you gonna do in a case where a man is not there to protect you? You gonna have to protect yourself.
Yo, you know what I hate about girls, bro? They'll have a whole crush on you and not say nothing. They want you to read the context clues and be a mind reader. You better open your mouth and say something. Closed mouths don't get fat.
Hey, the same men that be on here, bro, talking shit to women are the same men that be putting their hands on women. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Get your little stinking ass on fucking TikTok to talk shit to women? Bro, you are telling all fucking men first, you're a bitch. It's the point, you're a bitch. And the second thing about it, yo, you fucking put your hands on women. That's how I know you're a bitch. I don't like men for either one of those. You fuck around and come around me and start talking shit to women, put your hands on women around me in person, yo, I'm gonna get on your motherfucking ass. And I'm gonna let you know. And I don't give a fuck. You wanna fight? Shit, let's fucking do it. Boys been waiting in a fight. But I can't stand that shit, y'all. I be going through TikTok. I be like, yo, why the fuck are so many men on here talking shit to women? What makes you feel like you're so fucking entitled? Women have been fighting for their rights for so fucking long, and you're a man, and you gotta sit here and talk shit to women? Man, you better go get some fucking money, you lazy piece of shit.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you do know your attitude will turn a man off, right? I also know men do not like women that are masculine, right? You are picking arguments all day, being petty, being disagreeable. Do not for a second think that this man is not attracted to you. It has nothing to do with that. He's not attracted to the way you are talking to him. You are being masculine. You're not being soft. You're not being feminine. Let me put you in on a little secret. No man wants to feel like they're in a relationship with another man, okay? So until you get that right, until you be like, damn, let me look at myself and figure out what am I doing wrong, it's just not gonna work. When you're doing the whole going to the gym, losing weight, eating clean, also work on your mouth. Work on your
I hate hearing people say, oh, men are so easy. Men are so easy. Of course, we're easy. We don't have hundreds of DMs. We don't get daily unneeded validation like you ladies do. Half of us should have. 90% of us are lonely as fuck. This is not our world, ladies. It's y'all's. That's been known. Like, come on now. Why the fuck would it make, why would it make sense for a man whose life is already hard, doesn't get validation or attention the way y'all do, and make it harder? Yes, we're gonna say yes if you're down for us. No, we're not gonna play games with you. Girls, y'all have a totally different life than we do. And it's so much better and easier than ours. And for those of y'all that are like, oh, girls' life is harder. So why are there so many of you independent queens talking about, I'm so tired of doing this? Sweetheart, that's a man's life every day. And you're tired of it? Yeah, because it ain't easy, is it? Like, come on now. Y'all's logic makes no sense. Everything that I said is logic. If you have anything to say towards it, you just make no sense and you're hard-headed.
Can somebody tell me why in this generation we have to pretend to be heartless in order to get someone to notice us or to pay us attention or to care? It's like when we show genuine interest in somebody, you guys don't know how to handle it. It's like being heartless attracts more attention than showing somebody love. I don't get it. I'm really convinced that this generation has no idea what a genuine person is, what true love is. I think y'all just want that fake temporary love. And I'm just speaking generally, not even just in the dating world, but just people in general. It's like y'all get more excited when someone's treating you badly. What's with the toxic energy? It's like y'all don't know what love energy is. I think that's why I find myself alone all the time, because people are so fake. I'm not with that one foot in, one foot out type thing. With me, I'm all in or nothing.
I don't feel sorry for no woman that chose a gang member over a laid-back nigga. That's what you like, so now you gotta pay the price for what you like. Yes, you're gonna get beat up every day, and he's not gonna take care of his kid. Yes, that's what you get. This is what you get.
Am I the only one that notices Donald Trump inauguration into office falls on Martin Luther King Day? I can't be the only one that noticed that. And I'm gonna just sit here for a moment of silence. We're just gonna sit. We're just gonna sit. Because I cannot be the only one that noticed that. I was waiting for someone to say it, so I just came on here to say it, because insanity. Insanity. I know Martin Luther King is probably rolling over right now. Rolling over right now. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way y'all allow this man into office. We should have pushed it up a day or pushed it back a day. Something should have happened to avoid that from happening. And it low-key pissed me off. That low-key pissed me off. But I'm just ready for him to get his 4 years up. You know how, like, you go into jail, you just ready to get your time up? I'm ready to just do my time. Like, let me just do the time so that it could just be over, done and over with. Let's just do this time, y'all. Let's just do this bid.
Did you know that you can do a spell to create, to materialize anything in your reality with just this one word you say before you do it? Abracadabra. Abracadabra means I will create as I speak. Think outside of the abracadabra. Avada Kedavra is something that you should start chanting. This means I will destroy as I speak. This is an ancient spell that the witches, that the alchemists, that all the spiritual shamans used to do. When you write abracadabra on a piece of paper going downwards, this will get rid of all evil, all hexes, all curses, all evil negative intent that's on you. And when you write abracadabra upwards, this is for good luck and fortune and protection. The beings of the ancient world wrote this as an amulet.
I think one of the most disrespectful and insulting things that anybody can say to another person, or to even how to look at another person, is literally powerless. Like, I get it, we're not supposed to look at ourselves as better than the next person, but genuinely speaking, there are some people out there that insulting them or going back and forth with them doesn't serve you a purpose, even if you are right in the situation, even if you are insulting that person and bringing up their shortcomings. That is a battle with some people you will never win, for the simple fact that they're not even worth your insult. There are some people that's not even worth your disrespect. Some people just have to be left on the wayside in their own idiocracy, because simply responding back to some people, simply insulting or disrespecting some people might be justified for that situation, but you have to start looking at people as what they are, which is inferior to your insult.
This is a question for black people and black people only. My brothers, my sisters, I have a question. Do you think that quite possibly the one-drop rule has been colonized? You know, because back then, whenever the one-drop rule was originated, it was completely looked down upon to procreate with a person of color. To the point where if your child didn't come looking like this, then to the fields they go, right? Go pick your cotton. And black people, we as black people was like, you know what? We not finna let them treat you like that. They said you black, so you black. Fuck it. Guess we both ain't shit, right? So we welcomed them in. And right thing to do, absolutely. But now, in today's generation, it's absolutely okay to have interracial dating and interracial procreation. But the thing about that is, sometimes people admire or what's the word? They aspire to have black kids. Right? They aspire to have black children. So the thing about that is, it's kind of like they're taking advantage of the system, right? Do you see where I'm going with this? And now we're in a climate where if a mixed child is mixed with black, then they're black. But it's kind of like mixed is becoming the new black. And if you're mixed, I'm not saying you can't be black, but I'm just saying, like, if you are given the option to pick an ethnicity or a race, like, you can't pick other and then put in the line, my mom is Chinese, my daddy black. You can't, that's not, you know what I'm saying? It was more than acceptable for the black community, the black slaves, to welcome in a child that was 99% white, one-drop black, because, you know what, you were thrown out like trash. But now today, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, I don't want to call it a fetish, but it's kind of like people just want it for weird reasons. Very weird reasons sometimes. And it's just kind of like, what do we do about that? The one-drop rule might have been colonized. What do we do about that?
It ain't nothing like seeing a black man with a black woman. I don't care what y'all say. It ain't nothing like it. In this day and age, it's not as common. It's not as common. And nothing against any other race, just speaking for my people. I love black love. That's literally my family. That's what I grew up seeing. That's what I know. Even in movies, 90s movies, it was black men with black women in it. It is so beautiful. We look good together. I would love to see this more. I would. When we are a union, it creates so much power within us, like stronger together, literally. I just love my people, and I love when a black man pursues a black woman, because it's like, hey, like Black King, you better go after that black woman, period. She is gorgeous.
No, because why did they take 106 and Park away? Like, this New Year's, it definitely felt like something was different. Like, something was missing. And I realized, like, dang, something been missing for the past 10 years. Or whenever they canceled 106 and Park, we really used to have good TV shows, good media. Now look at everything. Like, you could turn on 106 and Park. Matter of fact, no, you could turn on BET, and they would have the countdown of the top videos of the year, counting down. And then after that, 106 and Park will have the special where they come on and they count down and drop the ball with you. Now we gotta look at ABC. We gotta look at CBS. Baby, we used to be locked into BET. And it was where you could see, like, what came out that year. Now songs just come out, and I don't even know what year it is, whatever, or what year it came out, because there is nothing showing, like, the highlights of what came out this year. And do y'all remember Access Granted? Bring back celebrities showing us behind the scenes, because I want to be there. I'm a documentary girly. I want to see how you created that #1 hit.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. For this moment, for all my life, oh Lord.
is titled The Black Girl ABCs. When I was in kindergarten, I would stand in front of the mirror and recite my ABCs. I would attach a word to every letter to help with my memory. As I grew older, my word-to-letter associations grew with me. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now recite my version of the ABCs. A is for animalistic aggression, the trait I use to make all of my ambitions come into fruition. I will not be silenced or told to have a seat. I'll speak louder than everyone in this room, but you better believe I'm gonna speak. B is for the beads that swing from the braids of every black girl before society tells her it needs to be straight. C is for color, because success is measured by the paleness of your skin. 30-year-olds having an identity crisis because when asked about their race, they can't check off Dominican Republic. D is for dedication. E is for excellence that runs through our bloodstream. F is for fighting to take back the cities you've let become crime scenes. G is for generational trauma. From my mother, from her mother to me. H is for the hundreds of dollars being put towards making gentrifiers feel safe. I is for the intersection, picking people from the margins and forcing them to direct traffic. This world makes it my job to stand in the middle of the street, like being black and a woman makes cars full of oppression crash into me. J is for the judge deciding who counts prison bars and who counts sheep. K is for the knife used to slice away at every black boy's self-esteem the moment he begins telling you his business plan instead of selling you his hoop dreams. L is for limitless. M is for melanin. N is for negligence. Only thing you've maintained is a system that breeds slaves. P is for the police officers strategically placed in our communities and within range to respond to calls about robberies, meaning you can take the AK off of your hip when you're standing 20 feet away from a park full of kids. Q is for quit, for the teachers working within doomed districts. R for the red lines on our streets. S for the smoke shop placed on the block where all of the kids meet. T for the turnstiles we jump over every morning on our way to the pipeline with mismatched priorities, giving one school new computers and the other metal detectors. One school provides lockers and the other bag scanners. One student is offered a book, the other has one thrown at them. Undeniable bias on the basis of pigments, very slow to solutions as if you haven't noticed the damage. Why are you ignorant to the sturdy systems you've set up? X outs every loophole you've laced in our laws. Y is for young, as in I am too young to be writing this poem. And I am too young to know what I want written on my tombstone. Z is for zero, which represents the score, us versus them. Well, us versus years of prejudice. When I was in kindergarten, I would stand in front of the mirror and recite my ABCs. Now, I'm 17, standing in front of the mirror, teaching myself how to remain calm if I'm ever stopped by the police. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and it still say her name, Sonya Massey. I haven't forgot.
I have a question. Was jail really created for black people? And I heard the judges get paid more to give black people more time.
Black people who are cops and in the military, why would you do that? This country don't give a damn about you and you ready to die behind it? I'll serve crack before I serve this country.
Sorry to ruin your day with this information I found out today, but yes, an African country tried to donate African American citizens $1 billion to help rebuild our black communities. And guess who denied it? Our own government.